Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. My name is Paul Kay from K Holistic Therapy, clinical hypnotherapist and holistic therapist. They say we are products of our environment. Oh, I don't know whether you believe that or not. Seems to be true. But let's just take that a little bit further because we're products of our environment unless we are given the tools and opportunities to positively expand beyond the confines of our direct environment. That, of course, can be due to education or travel or whatever. But there are 7 positive pillars that we all need in our lives, and especially so as we're growing up. And these would be to be loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cherished, valued, and cared for, which are, as I say, particularly important and essential when we're growing up. In our formative years, which I think of from birth really to my teenage years. If any of these 7 pillars, if there's a disruption in them, or you don't, you're lacking in any of them, then most likely it's going to lead to some sort of negative impact on your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-esteem, um, your self-image, but even self-control, like your willpower, which when these things are missing, you feel trapped, worthless, negativity creeps in, anger, resentment, and you can even go into self-destruct mode when it's combined with some of the negative influences from your environment. And then, you start seeing people going on a downward spiral into crime, to self-harm, for drugs, for alcohol, all sorts of addictions, could be gambling, violence, and in the worst extreme, suicide. So why does it get like this? Well, I suppose during those formative years, say which I might think of from not to at least teenage years, maybe a little bit younger than that, but if you're a witness to some experience, um, which is traumatic to you, or you consider it traumatic, or is it upsetting? Um, it can at the time feel very upsetting, very negative, very traumatic, viewed through the eyes of somebody who's younger. When you're older, if you look at it through adult eyes, and this is why I get these people doing this in the child work. But if you look at it through older eyes, adult eyes, you just can think, well, it's nothing that, I don't get upset about that. But you did. And it starts to run a program deep in your subconscious mind. There's a program running there. And that program, unless it's corrected, unless a better one's put in, or you can negotiate with your subconscious mind to end that program, then it's going to affect how you react throughout the rest of your life to situations. And that is why the first thing that we do And this, quite honestly, is often enough. We do an emotional detox. Basically, I think people have physical detoxes all the time, but they don't have emotional ones. And an emotional detox helps you get rid of those fears, the guilt, the anger, the resentment, to let it all go because your unconscious knows what to do. You can heal yourself effectively of these things. So that's why we do, in the first instance, an emotional detox. Now, the emotional detox can be as quick as a few minutes, or it can take longer than that. Okay, we don't know. I mean, how long's a piece of string, really? But it's usually quick and it's usually very effective. Now, once we've cleared, or you've cleared, because you're doing it, I'm guiding, I'm facilitating, but your subconscious is doing the work of removing all those negative things. So when you've gone through the process, you're feeling lighter, you're feeling bright, you feel like a ton weight's been lifted off your shoulders. So if more work's needed after that, we can go on, we can go to deeper, we can introduce other things which can then take it and resolve the issue satisfactorily and remove those negative pillars and smash the negative pillars down and put the positive ones back in place. So if you need help with any of that, get in touch. Don't hang on to all these phobias and fears and anger and resentment and guilt and shame. Let's get rid of them so you can live your life like it's supposed to be lived, happy, harmoniously. Okay, right. That's my take for today. Have a great day, everybody.